Happy full moon in Scorpio. We're going to do a reading today that looks at what is ending for you, what is culminating on this full moon, and what is about to begin for you. Now, this reading is good right up until the new moon that comes up in a few weeks. So whenever you see this, though, if it happens to be years into the future, that's okay. I don't believe that time is linear. I believe it is a spiral, and we return again and again with deeper levels of knowledge into past energies, and it gives us new information. So if you've been seeing old readings pop up of mine, then of course you can watch them. All my readings are set with the intention that they are good for you whenever you find them or whenever they find you. So Scorpio energy is intense. It's often about hidden things, secrets. So there might be some unexpected revelations that happen around this full moon. It could be deep revelations about yourself, things that you've been avoiding start to come to the surface for you to deal with and look at. It could have also, of course, a little bit of stuttering there, be about other people and secrets being revealed about other people. And perhaps there has been a little bit of stutter in the energy, like it's coming out slowly, or it's like chugging along. There's a start and a stop, a start and stop. And now I'm seeing this, an apple and all the peel is just falling off. The full core gets revealed, or what's underneath the surface is fully available for you to see. So pay attention to what's going on around you. I'm also getting that some of you might accidentally reveal a little bit too much about yourself, maybe something that you typically wouldn't. So stay mindful of your own energies and feel free to slow down, pause, and ask yourself, do I really need to share this? Should I really express this? And maybe for some of you, you do need to. But for others of you, it could be a moment of impulse that you need to kind of pull back on. So just be aware of what's going on also with your Mercury. Now, let's get into the reading and see what Spirit has to say to you on this Scorpio full moon. So let's see, Scorpio. Some of you, there could be family secrets coming out or things around family. Inheritance maybe, or money I'm getting. Let's see though, for whoever I'm connecting with today, Spirit, what message do we have? See beyond with vision. Yes, seeing beyond the surface, of course, the Scorpio full moon. Now this is very interesting, the picture, because she's kind of tunneled into this vision. She's got her Super 8 camera there, and she's looking into it, and nobody else can see what she's seeing. She's framing the shot. She's framing the picture. So there's people around you who are looking in the same direction, but they're not quite seeing the same thing. You're seeing something in a very intentional way, I feel. Like you're being mindful of the details around something, or you should be. Perhaps this is advice. There's a wider picture, but you're zoomed in on something, like you've cropped something, you've framed something, like none of this other stuff outside of my shot matters. It's this that I'm focused on. So some focus is useful right now, but there's something very important coming through about not letting other people's visions or interpretations of what you see interfere with what is being revealed to you. I hope that makes sense. Let's see if we can get in a little bit further here with this. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on? See beyond vision. Let's see. Super 8 too, right? Scorpio rules the 8th house, and that does look like a Super 8 camera to me. Relationship. See beyond vision, relationship. Focusing in. You're focusing in on a particular relationship. Okay, we have to get in further to really understand this message. Let's see, Spirit. Tell me more about what's going on here. We have the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Wands coming out. I'm using the Byzantine Tarot, the Illuminated Earth Oracle, the Quiet Rebel Oracle, and the 5-Cent Tarot. So this is saying no to conflict. So that's what's around. There's some conflict everybody else is paying attention to, and you're focused in on this important relationship that you have. It could be romantic, it could be a friendship, it could be with your work, some kind of relationship that I feel it's protected from this conflict around you. It's almost as if, well, let me get your position on it. Let me see. What is it that you're seeing exactly? Count of Swords. I believe this is the King of Swords. So you know the truth of a particular relationship. You know what it means to you. You see beyond the surface of it. Perhaps there's a lot of intimacy between you and this thing, whatever it is, whether it's a person or not. And it feels like everybody else is seeing something on the surface. Maybe the conflict you have with whatever we're talking about or whoever we're talking about. It almost feels like somebody's trying to get you to focus, or there's just energies trying to get you to focus on what's going wrong instead of what's going right. And Spirit's asking you to hold your vision on this relationship. Can I get a little bit more on what this relationship is with? Who? What? The Countess, Queen of Coins. It's with someone or something that makes you feel safe and secure. It could be your confidence, relationship with your own confidence, or a person who makes you feel grounded and confident and secure in who you are. But everybody else around you who's looking at your relationship with this, whether it's a job, a friend, a romance, is kind of saying, oh, collective, I don't know, there's a lot of conflict here. Maybe you want to take a step back. Are you sure you're happy? It's almost like somebody trying to convince you that there's something you should worry about in this relationship, something you should be unhappy about. But really, what's being hidden is a secret that you already know. And the secret is that there's something quite stable here. There's deep truth here, a true connection. A true unification. You come from the same place. You meet at the same level. There's an alignment with whatever this is. And Spirit's asking you to focus on that alignment. And don't try to prove it to others. You know, if somebody says, well, so-and-so is not good for you, or that job isn't really for you, or, you know, like there's like chatter, you know, around whatever it is that you care about, or maybe it's readings that are trying to convince you something's wrong, and you're like, but I know the truth. I know that this makes me feel safe, secure. I'm confident in this. This is my path. That's what you hold your focus on. I'm also feeling with the 8th house that it's like there's jealous energy as well, trying to figure out the layers of your relationship to whatever this is. How are you so dedicated and devoted to this thing that you're in relation with? Maybe it's your own spiritual path too. And these outside energies are, no, I don't know about that. Give that up. That doesn't work. I'm also getting for some of you, this is like an attack on your spirituality or your spiritual beliefs. Like, you shouldn't think that. You shouldn't believe that. That's not really coming from the Most High, etc., etc. But you know the relationship that you have with Spirit, and Spirit's asking you to see beyond these criticisms or these misguided or projected kind of energies, because you have experienced deep truths here, truths that have connected you to a higher sense of self, one in which you know your place in your own life. Okay, so let's keep going and see what we get. I'm gonna ask here, what is ending? What is ending in relation to this reading, Spirit? What is ending? Inner journey, 8 of Cups, and the soul, the beyond. Wow. So you've done some deep work on yourself, and this is what's culminating. This is what's concluding. You've come to the end point of some massive journey that you were doing. You're walking away from something because you're connected now to your higher being, the soul. Okay, what is it exactly that they're walking away from? Whoa, that's a lot. Just give me one. What is it that they're walking away from? Dependence, the Empress in reverse. Depending on other people's opinions and perspectives on your relationships. You're walking away from that. I'm not dependent on what you have to say anymore. I'm depending on my soul and where my soul is taking me, where it's guiding me. Yeah, maybe there are some issues here and some kinks to work out and things that I got to smooth over and consider and take some more time, framing my perspective of my relationship to fill in the blank, whatever it is for you. But that's up to me. It's not up to what you think. Okay, some of you have one particular person in your life who has a lot to say. And I'm sensing with the Empress in reverse, I'm sensing this person is a little jealous, okay? And this person's perspective has set you on an inner journey in some way, okay? And that inner journey really worked out for you because where did it take you? Right to your soul. Your higher being. And this Empress in reverse card, it says smothering, creative block. Okay, so I feel like there is, this is coming up because the Empress is here in reverse. It's like there's a healing that's happening with an overbearing energy or a critical energy. Maybe it's a maternal kind of archetype where somebody had a lot to say and wanted to guide you on your path, or you just allowed people to do that in general, have too much input and didn't trust what your heart and your intuition was saying. You've healed something around that, and now you're taking control of your own vision. You're seeing beyond the frameworks and the behavioral patterning of other people's minds who have not yet integrated their own shadows. Okay, so let's see what is beginning. What is beginning? Rebellion. Yeah, rebelling against the Empress in reverse. Rebelling against that smothering energy. No, I will not follow your rules. I'm rebelling against that. This is my vision, my relationships, my path. I love that. Okay, tell me more about rebellion. We'll get 2 more, Spirit. Rebellion. What is beginning? Okay, that card really wanted to come out. Change of heart. Ace of Cups in reverse. So you were on a particular path. I'm getting last 8 months. There's something that you were considering, 8 again, something you were considering or you had thought you were going to commit to, or certain way you were feeling. And you've decided to really, I feel like you've decided to really go for something. And this is actually your change of heart, because it says on this card, self-love and rejection. Rejecting defining your path in a way that feels safe for someone else. Does this make sense? It's like maybe cultivating your work so it will get approval, rather than just going with what you want to do. Or it's listening to what people have to say about a romantic thing you're involved with, or a friend bad-mouthing another friend, or some professional giving you advice on something and you don't agree with it. Like, you've decided, I don't really need that, actually. Okay? Or maybe it's readings you don't agree with anymore, and that's great. That's all good, right? That's you following your spirit and your soul. Sometimes readings can give us such an opposing viewpoint, one that we absolutely don't resonate with, just so that we really anchor down into what we really resonate with. You know, it's that experience of like, should I wear this dress or should I wear that dress? And then the person's like, oh, wear the red dress. And you're like, no, I really want to wear the blue dress. You know, you can have that with the reading too, right? You just need somebody to give you that extra nudge sometimes to really show you what you are really committed to and what you really feel. Okay? So I feel this really big rush of independence, seeing beyond other people's guidance for you and tapping into your higher self. I'm excited. Okay, this is exciting. Okay, rebellion, change of heart, and what else? So you're seeing a relationship like whatever it is, the core of it, the essence of it, how it belongs to you, how it's a part of your soul path. And again, I just want to emphasize that it doesn't have to be a relationship to a person. Okay, Spirit's showing me it's a relationship to the Queen of Pentacles energy, something that makes you feel grounded, confident, secure, and resourceful. You are resourceful. And I feel like you're beginning to really realize that, which is why you're not depending on anybody else's resources. Okay, let's get one more. Somebody could have told you that you don't really see the full picture, you're a little ignorant of this. You're not. Okay, let's clear that Empress in reverse energy I'm feeling. Now, this Empress in reverse could have been you. It doesn't have to be an outside energy. It could have been a negative self-talk thing that was going on, convincing you that you don't belong to something or a certain path isn't good to you. Interesting. A certain path is good to you. Somebody commented on my channel, why do you speak so weird? I don't know, but I do. There's other channels you can visit that speak more eloquently, I suppose. All right, what is beginning? The rebellion, change of heart, and then we have the devil with addiction. And I feel like this is you having a change of heart because it says dependency on it. A change of heart around some energy that was pulling you down, okay, that was restraining you, restricting you. Oh, collective, you can't do that. You know, why are you speaking so oddly? You know, you shouldn't be speaking at all. It's the same energy, right? And you're like, yeah, but that's the way I am. And that's the way I see the world. And it works for me. Sorry, it doesn't work for you. It works for me. That's what you're saying too. This works for me. Okay. So let's see further in. Now, I also feel like with what's beginning with the devil, it could be that you are, like it's Capricorn energy, the devil. It could be that you're starting to build something and you get really focused in on it. Tunnel vision, right? With this. It's like I'm tunneling in on what matters to me in life. Okay, when I look back on my life, this is important. This is going to be important. So I'm going to focus on it now. I'm going to put the time and energy that needs to go into this relationship now. So it's like you get really dedicated. And on this devil card, it also says release fear. And that is also what is beginning for you. Releasing fear. Because I do feel like those outside voices and listening to them, well, the reason you did it was to kind of protect yourself, right? Okay, I can collect as much information as possible, including other people's guidance or other people's thoughts or conventional wisdom, maybe from books or whatever, lectures, talks, podcasts. I can collect all this information, and the more I know, the more I can protect myself. And generally, that's true. That's a good strategy to have. But it's like, everything that you're coming across, or maybe some of it, was saying, you know, collective, just leave this behind. It's not really for you. It's unrealistic. You have to think like this instead. But you've done the inner work enough to know that if you can see it, if you can envision it, if you can imagine it, if you can feel it, then you can have it. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's go in further. Tell me more about this Scorpio full moon energy. I love how this started off too. It's like this is your this is you following your own mystery, you know, your own intuition, the mystery of your own intuition. This is you listening to your own secret desires. This is you not pushing things into the subconscious, but actually allowing them to come up to the surface. Saying, you know what, there's nothing wrong with the direction I want to take. Maybe it's a scary direction, but it's the one that's going to allow me to live my life to the fullest. That's what I'm getting. So there's something you've been wanting to do. And I see you taking that path, focusing in on it, seeing all the possibilities. We have the 8 of coins, working on it. 8 again. Okay, let's get all the cards out here, Spirit. All right. Oh boy, you are not settling for less, okay? Something is drastically improving in your life. If it's felt stuck, stagnant, like you're not moving forward, or you're thinking like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, maybe it's lost its potential, there's some reinvigorating energy coming through that reminds you why you care about this thing or why you're doing it. And for others of you, you are deciding like, you know what? It's time to really go for the thing I want. And it's really like, screw what everybody else has to say and what they think of me. Okay, so 8 of coins. And don't get me wrong, that's not always the best approach, but it is here because there's something you've been really holding back, you know, or pushing down, trying to rationalize why you shouldn't have this, or you shouldn't care about it, or you shouldn't go for it, or why you can't. Okay, and I see you releasing yourself from those chains. So 8 of coins, tell me more about this for the collective's energy. What are they working so diligently on? I'm seeing these horseshoes on the wall. You're getting ready to get on that horse and go. Focus on your vision. Yeah, okay. 10 of swords. Oh, you're getting ready for the battle. You are getting ready for the battle. Like what I'm seeing here is these horses, right? And it's like you're over here saying, we're going to need more horses. You know, I'm going to have to get a horse to defeat all these people. So I better get to working on those horseshoes. So this energy and the red is really standing out as like really an oppositional energy. It's like you fighting against something. So it's whoever these people are for you, or these energies, you're anticipating, or you've already had a run-in with them, where they're trying to bring something to an end for you. And I see you saying, no, I'm not going to just lay down here and let all my soldiers go, you know, I'm going to get them the horses they need. Wow. I don't think I've ever read the 10 of swords in that way there. Can you remember a time in your life where you did give up on something because of someone else's advice, or maybe ultimatum, or influence? Because you're not doing that again. You're not going to miss out on something. I also see, like, it's reminding me, like, I used to, when I was younger, I used to want to be a 911 operator. That's what and I never took that path because of various people telling me not to. Maybe I would have worked out at it. I do have an 8th house stellium, so perhaps maybe I wouldn't have, because I'm also very sensitive. But I'm seeing that here with the 10 of Swords. It's like you're working on handling or facing like difficult situations. It's like I could handle that. I could work on that, or I could help other people work through their own endings and their own difficulties. I don't know why that memory is coming to mind, but maybe it's important for someone in some way. Okay. The 5 of Wands for what you don't see coming. There's those people again. And then the opportunity, the 4 of Cups. So we had these cards out already, and they're showing up again. So let's see. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. These people who are in disagreement, they all have something to say. 9 of Coins and the 8 of Cups. Exactly. Exactly. This is just confirmation of, and maybe you haven't done it yet, but you're going to walk away from them. Like, enough. Quiet there. I got something I'm thinking about, daydreaming about, working on. My own independent thought. My own channel I'm hearing. My own path. Something that feels uniquely mine. That's what I'm heading towards. And I'm leaving all of this behind. So some of you might start working for yourself, become your own boss kind of thing, open your own business. Okay, some of you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you are, you're leaving behind all these other people who are just naggy, or they want to have a spoon in your pot. Okay, maybe they're stirring the pot. They're overly involved in one way or another. And what you don't see coming is you're walking away from that. Really, you are, because you feel guided. You feel like Spirit is leading you and guiding the way and spotlighting what matters most to you. And you're right, because look where it's taking you. The 9 of Pentacles. Rebellion, independence. Feeling abundant and satisfied, fulfilled. Out of this conflict. Okay? Yeah, I mean, you're not playing a role. You're not playing a game. You're not, I'm hearing sitting in the corporate lunch, just show face. It doesn't resonate with you. And so you're on your way. You're heading towards your soul's journey. That's what really matters in this life, right? At the very end, are we going to say, oh, I really should have shown up to that corporate lunch? No, of course not. You know, and turn that into whatever you want. Maybe there's somebody out there that you're thinking about dating and they check all the boxes, but you feel like, ugh. But everyone's like, no, go for that person. They're really good for you. But you got your eyes on someone who's a little bit different. Okay? Now, of course, you have to make up your own path in your own mind here, but I see that being the right direction. This is a general reading, though. Okay, your opportunity. 4 of Cups. This is that looking in the mirror, right? Who do you want to see when you look in the mirror? Do you want to see someone who's concerned with what everybody else sees? No, I don't think so. Who wants that? So let's see. What's the opportunity here? 4 of Cups is rejecting something, saying no. I feel like Spirit is also saying to look at yourself and how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how dedicated you are. Who am I connecting to today? What is it that they really are? Temperance, amazing. You're freaking temperance, okay? You are an alchemist. You got wings here. You're patient. You're kind. You're strong. You're smart. You're beautiful. You're a sight to behold. Okay? And Spirit's saying now's your opportunity to really show up for yourself and show yourself that. I'm going to pour this water that comes from my soul, from my 8th house, these deep, still waters, into my cup and enjoy it, into my conscious mind, and my subconscious desires that are connected to my higher self, all the things that I've wanted to do and be in this lifetime that I've pushed aside because someone told me I can't. I'm going to take that out from those dark places within me, bring them into the light, fill up my cup with it, and enjoy them. hydrate myself with my higher self. And we got the Hermit that just fell out as your opportunity. Letting your own light lead the way. You've done the inner work, right? What does it say here? Inner journey in the soul. Yeah, you've done the inner work. So what was that all for? Well, it was to, of course, let your inner path lead you and guide you. Okay, I'm hearing you've been digging in the mud long enough. Okay? Time to look up to the stars in the sky. I don't know what that means for everyone, but it's pretty poetic. Okay, let's see. The challenge is the Chariot. And I feel like this is where the Scorpio energy comes in. I mean, this is a Cancer card, but it's like perhaps this is the thing that you want to keep to yourself a little bit. Meaning that you don't need to stand up in that corporate lunch and say, I can't stand this anymore. I'm following my soul's journey. I mean, you don't need to say that, right? It's something like that. Or maybe you don't need to snap back at all those people who have things to say to you. Let's see. The Chariot as the challenge. Or maybe you're just not sure of how to go forward. You know what direction you want to head in, but you don't know how to get there exactly. Ace of Swords and the Countess of Staffs underneath that. Well, there could be someone to help you, okay, if you express what exactly you need. Queen of Wands could offer some resources, additional resources. It's not necessarily guidance. It's more tangible, I'm feeling. Yeah, it's more tangible. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could offer you a solution, but it's like a resource of some sort. Okay, Ace of Swords. I don't know which way, or I know which way I want to go. I don't know how to get there. Ace of Swords. Spirit says, well, I'll tell you. Again, it's about following your truth, but perhaps this is some information that comes to light. What is this information that comes to light? Loophole, a workaround. There's a portal. See that? I'm not walking on this tightrope anymore. I'm going through this portal. Spirit's showing you a loophole to something. Yeah, maybe this is the resource. There's a workaround for you. So if you feel like you know what direction you want to take in terms of this relationship to whoever or whatever, but something is blocked on your path, Spirit's saying there is a loophole and you're going to be, if you're not already, pointed in that direction. There's a workaround for you. So let's see if we can get more information. What is this? I feel glad to use this. What is this workaround, Spirit? Fire and support. That's the Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah, so there is some kind of resource. I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like advice, though. Okay? There's some kind of workaround to support you. Could also be connecting with your own fire energy. Mars is coming through. Mars is one of Scorpio's rulers, along with Pluto. So there could be something about Mars energy supporting you, which is all about following I'm hearing your own tenacity. Of course, it's about your own tenacity, but it's about following your passion, believing in your own fire to lead you, to guide you, and to really not feel you need to qualify your decisions to anyone. Okay, so I'm just going to put that over there. Let's see the advice. The advice is the Death card, which is so appropriate for the Scorpio full moon, since this is a Scorpio card. And there is this theme that keeps coming through. It's like the end of your life. What do you want your soul to remember? And like this is what's pictured in this card. Okay, Death for the advice. This is transformation. Ending. Releasing your soul. Okay. So let's see. Tell me more for the advice. I feel very happy about this. I feel happy. Okay, so this is a good reading. Yeah, 9 of Wands, and you've worked hard for it. It's been a tough road, really. But this is truly about your own conviction, like your soul, spirit conviction. Like, I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm going to fight for myself and my relationship or whatever this is for you. I'm going to see beyond the matrix reality, the social conditioning, the norms, the other people's, advice or knowledge that they have to offer. It doesn't resonate with me. I'm going to see beyond all of that. I'm going to frame my own life in the way I want because I'm resilient. So you're fighting here for your own transformation. I would like one more, Spirit. Can I have one more? So keep going is the advice. Keep going. This is important. We have the Star. Yeah, keep going. It's important. And then the 9 of Swords and 7 of Swords came out. Yeah, again, it hasn't been easy. I mean, this has been a journey. But this is what it's been all about, is this moment where you realize, hey, I want that. That's the direction. And maybe you've been lied to in the past and you feel like that's going to come back. You don't want to get your hopes up around something, because what if it just turns out to be not true? Or what if it turns out to be disappointing? People betray you, turn their back on you. I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't look good in the 7 of Swords. What if that all happens again? And what do you say in support of collective for that? These thoughts. 2 of Swords. Well, it's your decision. You can sit at the crossroads and ask yourself, what if? Or you can take a chance and see what happens. Go for it. And I think you should, because the star's coming out as your guidance too. This is you going for whatever this is and dedicating yourself and shutting out the noise is healing for you. It helps heal you. There's more trust that you have. You reinstate your trust for yourself. And you are following your path here. Okay, the outcome. The outcome is the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Coins. And I feel like this is you saying, I should have done this sooner, or I'm glad I went for this, because I was standing here at this river and my dogs here, or my animals, or my sheep, or whatever, these goats, they could drink from it. I could drink from it. It was, sustaining us. It was fine, but it was a little boring, nice river, but is this all there is? And I decided maybe that's not all there is. And I'm going to get some horseshoes, work on some gear for my horse, and get on it and face any challenges that come my way. Knock it out of the park. Yeah, there's going to be snakes trying to bite me, trying to get me to slow down. And yeah, I might at times not know how to go to where I'm trying to get, but I know the direction. I have guidance. I have direction. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did go for it. So that's what I see as your outcome. I see conviction and not settling. And I didn't even notice this till I looked down on the table. He's putting a sphere in this snake. Buddy, you're slithering around, does nothing. It's not going to knock me off my horse. And I've protected my horse with these horseshoes I've worked real hard on. So it's okay. So you're good. You're good. Yeah, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. There you go. You know, the thoughts that were bothering me, the Five of Swords energy, I've left that behind to clear my mind, to know that I'm following my inner truth, and I'm victorious about it. And you know what? Other people are going to recognize that too, although that's not the point. The point is not recognition here for you from other people. In fact, that's like the antithesis of what you're doing. It's like exactly opposite of what you care about from what I'm seeing, about what other people think. But in the end, people appreciate authenticity, because we're all trying to get back to ourself, our soul, our spirit. And there's a lot of noise in the way preventing us from doing that. But you're getting there. And other people are going to see that and recognize that and appreciate that. Whether you care, want it, or not, it makes a difference, though. It's inspiring to other people. I had a dream last night, and it was, the reading's over, I'll just share the dream. Well, it's probably part of the reading. But I heard becoming aspired, not inspired, but aspired, becoming aspired. And then it was like 4 a.m, and I woke up to that, like, what does that mean? And I just looked it up, becoming aspired, and I wanted to see what would come up online. Then something about Buddhism came up, and the number 8, yeah, it was the number 8. It was like the 8th rule or the 8th thing. I didn't read it all, but I'm going to go back to it now. But maybe there is something about that too that you should look at. But it's like you're following your aspirations. All right. That's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.